Week number 4 of the 2023 Bowman Gray Stadium season. Got cut a little short due to Mother Nature, but we still did get in one Twin 25 race, and that was won by Jason Myers, who returned to victory lane. Beginning of the day, in practice, he said he didn't even know if he had a good enough car to finish borderline top 5, so how about that for Jason Myers?
You know, the funny thing with Jason Myers, he came here today, and in practice, he said the car was awful. So he talked to the team. He said, tell you what, we're just going back to a setup we used 5 years ago. They threw the old stuff on there, and it ran well for him, of course. He was surprised when he got the top time in qualifying. He said he came off of turn number 2 and looked up at the scoreboard. Holy smokes, it's dark, but we're going to continue here. They just shut the lights off on us at Bowman Gray Stadium. But what's really interesting, do we need a light, by the way?
Looks good.
Okay, good, looks good. So we're going to just continue. We got an audience here. But he came off of turn number 2 and looked at the scoreboard, and he saw that he had the top time, and he was like, oh my gosh. Actually, you're going to have to listen to his interview, which will be posted soon on Short Track Life on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment as well. But Jason, this victory for him tonight was very important. And that's because he ties his dad, Gary, with 38 career modified wins here at this racetrack. The Myers family has been around, synonymous with Bowman Gray Stadium, for such a long time. And you can almost tell while I was talking to him inside his hauler after the rains kind of let up a little bit, you can almost tell, I mean, Jason Myers is a gritty guy. Hard worker, racing is his life, but you can almost see he was kind of getting some tears in his eyes. And his dad, Gary, said, I'm not coming down to victory lane, my back or whatever it is. He says, but he thinks it got to his dad as well tonight, that he has, 38 career wins, and they're tied on the all-time win list at the stadium. And that's pretty cool. And for Jason Myers, I love talking to him. As I mentioned, hardworking guy. He worked at UPS this morning and came out to race here. Missed his son's baseball game. He was bumming about that, but his son went 3 for 3 today on the diamond.
Now what I really want to talk about is the respect that Tim Brown showed throughout all these restarts. The two drivers were actually talking after the race, and Jason Myers said in an interview that you will see on Short Track Life later on that, he races people the way you want to be raced. So to show that respect at the end of the race, to not put too much of a bumper to him and let Jason Myers pull away a little bit, what can you say about the respect that Tim Brown showed?
Yeah, Tim Brown nailed him a couple times right in the middle of 1 and 2 and rattled Jason Myers a little bit, but they raced very respectfully. And you got to love that because there's so much talk, hype, and drama. Oh, what are the Myers going to do to Tim Brown and Tim Brown going to do to the Myers? Listen, they're out here to race. They know whether they can get by him or not. It's early in the season too. Maybe it would have been a little bit different if it were later in the year, but altogether, just, a class act by both Jason Myers and Tim Brown. Tim Brown won last week, so I'm sure that kind of played into it because I think had he not won yet, he might have put the old chrome horn to him just a little bit more.
Now, who it wasn't a good day for is, Burt Myers. Okay, he hasn't finished outside the top 3 in the podium. Today, he slipped back a little bit. Jason Myers, Tim Brown gained a little bit. We only got in one Twin 25 tonight. What does that mean for the points, how they shake out?
Well, I think the interesting thing is how these Twin 25s kind of pan out here at Bowman Gray Stadium, because if there are both completed, then it's your average finish. So Bert's thinking, hey, I'm finishing whatever he did, 6th, 7th in that first feature. What was it, Justin? 6, okay. 6 in the first feature. He's like, okay, I can go after a better finish in the second one and kind of even it out a little bit. Well, guess what? Mother Nature had something to say about this. So now Bert finishes 6th, Tim finishes 2nd. Tim was 20-something points behind, but that helps close the gap early in the season. And the bottom line is it's a long season. Plenty of racing still to go. And Burt Myers has told us, if he's told us once, he's told us several times that he's not running for points. Yeah, he would love to get that 11th championship, but he's here for wins. And he wants to go after Tim Brown on that all-time win list. Right now, I think it's 6 wins that separate the two drivers. But at the same time, late in the race, I think you're going to see Burt think about those points a little bit more. But right now, Brandon Ward closes in on him just a little bit, and Tim Brown closes considerably. So the points chase getting a little bit tighter after that second race was washed out.
Now, the modifieds might have had one washed out tonight, but Sportsman did get in 2 features. Amber Lynn returning to victory lane in the second one. How about that? Impressive run for.
I think that's just as big of a story as Jason Myers winning because Jason Myers got a lot of cheers as he went around the racetrack, after tying his dad on the all-time win list. But Amber Lynn, man, I was sitting in turn number 2. The entire fan base here, which was probably about 10,000, 12,000 strong tonight with Mother Nature, we knew her presence was going to be felt, but they went nuts. And I think that's really cool. Amber is just a great young lady. I like the way she conducts herself. She races really well. 13 career wins total at Bowman Gray Stadium. I think it's now 10 in the sportsman class. So I really like what Amber Lynn is doing, and I expect her to continue to go through the ranks here. I'd love to see her in a modified someday because she's a class act, and it was really nice to see her win, especially with the ovation that the fans gave her tonight.
Bunch of content coming from week 4 here at the Madhouse. One-on-one with Jason Myers, a music video to come. And guess what? We'll be back next week at the Madhouse as well. Be sure to like and subscribe all our videos on the YouTube channel. And Madhouse, Smart Tour, Cars Tour, we'll be looking forward to a whole bunch of content coming up here soon.